little bit of an insight. This is a story about what I know about yoga teachers from my time, like doing yoga. Right, the last 2 years, the humble brag. I do like 2 to 3 hours of yoga a week. I like it. It makes me feel better. I had a lot of back pain. I don't have anymore. It's nice.
You've been doing very good with it. I remember when you started doing planking, and of course, me being me, like, man, you look like you're pretty cool, not very masculine. But I did realize when I tried to plank, it's quite difficult.
It is. It is difficult. But what I've learned about yoga teachers, much like therapists, right, is that in their personal lives,
it's unbelievable.
A lot of them are desperately insane. Now, I'm not talking about like because we got friends of the show that run yoga companies.
Sure.
Black Widow Yoga has sent me some incredible gear, and they've
Well, it's kind of a
really
scary,
good work.
kind of a scary title for it, but okay.
But they're awesome. It's awesome, right? It's got
Okay,
great yoga
great.
classes and shit like that.
Do
You
they
wanna follow
practice like
something here?
stabbing your husband to death? And like,
I mean,
this is how you poison. This
well,
is
no,
how
no,
you
it's
poison.
just exactly. It's the big Gatorade bottle. You replace it with fucking antifreeze.
Yes, antifreeze, which they made not so sweet, which is kind of sad.
I'd kind of be like, come on, can't I die with a smile on my face? Because that's how we're all going down.
Absolutely.
But they're all, a lot of them on the inside. Because they're measured. I have a teacher I take in LA all the time who I do it over Zoom, but like her mom also teaches yoga, and then when she's in the class, it's like she noticeably makes the class like much fucking harder. And like you can feel all of the layers of emotional drama in there. Like
she's trying to kill her
own mother using the yoga. But yeah, again, a lot of them on Instagram, in life, super tight. Great abs. But
absolutely.
The rest of their life is an absolute shit show. And
total
this is
shambles.
a story about this exact person, Caitlin Armstrong, who was just recently arrested in Costa Rica for the murder of a professional cyclist. Now, again, this is also a story about how hard it is to navigate long-term relationships and if you're going to have a on and off style.
Well, it's certainly off if you kill your on and off partner. Also, I want to clarify.
This is not the partner. This is we're going to get into it.
Just more of a general sentence. With Caitlin Armstrong, I do want to point out as well, she's a Texas yoga teacher, which is for a fact. Yoga isn't quite as effective when afterwards you eat a shitload of queso.
You'd be surprised. I work out to eat.
Yes.
I'm not supposed to, but I do. I work out I can eat as much as I want.
What do you mean you're not supposed to? That's a great motivation.
Technically, I've been told that's an eating disorder, but it's like,
shut up. Oh, shut up. Shut up.
Here.
Come on.
All right, so here we go. All right. So Caitlin Armstrong, this fucking bitch. She was an Austin yoga instructor. Now, this woman, Mariah Wilson, who's innocent, was just a person that happened to date for a short period of time, Colin Strickland. Now, Caitlin Armstrong and Colin Strickland, who's also a professional cyclist, they dated for a long period of time, and then had a month off. Right, they did that thing where they decided to take a break, and I'm taking a break this right now. Yeah. And I still believe if you feel as much that you need to take a break, and then like I don't know, like what's your example, right? Sure, you take a break for a relationship, you get railed out by a couple of people, right? Okay. Do you tell anybody? Or if you get back together with main person, do you disclose what happened during the break or not?
Definitely not. Definitely not. Why would you? What would be the point? All you're going to do is hurt people's feelings and
get somebody shot?
I just want people to be happy. Like if you truly do take a month-long break, that is a break. And yeah, if you want to go sow some wild oats and see what the other side of a ding-dong feels like, you're allowed to do that and vice versa. But no, that is between you, God, and whoever you banged out.
I also think, though, you should maybe talk about the terms of the break very implicitly.
A break is a break, Henry.
But also, maybe the break should stay permanent if we're taking one. You know what I mean? Maybe we should rock this all the way out. That unless you have kids, does it really fucking matter?
Analytically speaking, I would assume if you're going on a break, I would say 90% of the breaks are forever.
For forever. Sure.
Yes.
So this is the thing. Caitlin Armstrong, Colin Strickland, they're together. They had a break in October. During that time period, Colin Strickland, her former boyfriend, met this young woman, Wilson, right? And they hooked up. And
also a cyclist. I get it. You can imagine. Do you think they even feel their pelvic bones anymore?
They might be numb from the
I
buckle
think that
down.
they really are. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Ask sidestorieslpotl@gmail.com. Hey, professional cyclists.
Seriously.
Do you have orgasms?
Can you have an orgasm? Do you feel your butthole? Do you feel your balls? Do you feel your clitoris? I can't imagine that you do after all that pounding.
So now what happened was, they've gotten together in November, and of course they got back together for what? For Christmas. Gotta get back together, like now that you start watching It Was a Wonderful Life or It's a whatever the name of it is, and you're just like, I miss how she used to make me mad, and you want to like get back with her, like maybe I'm supposed to be mad all the time. And so they got through Christmas and it's cool, but then Caitlin Armstrong, she learns in January that I guess it probably came up. I want to say it came up during a Never Have I Ever. Like one of those where it was like a
I won't be mad. No, tell me the truth. I'm not going to be mad.
Tell me the truth. I will be mad. I won't be mad.
Sometimes lies keep this entire world from exploding.
So just little lies, especially if it doesn't matter. Especially if it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Because you don't care. Like you and this other person broke up. All right. So they found out that she found out this thing that what's his putz that they had this little bit of relationship.
Yes, this Strickland guy had this little affair.
But
with
Caitlin
this gal.
Armstrong apparently was the response was that she became the quote furious and was shaking in anger. Right. Then Caitlin Armstrong went off and immediately deleted every bit of her social media presence. Now she was a Austin yoga instructor. She had been around. People knew who she was, right? She just trashed everything.
Wouldn't this be the time to really breathe in and do some yoga? I just feel like her profession, it's not like she was a professional like martial artist or marksman. This is like what
time.
You're made for. You're a yoga instructor. You should
I don't know. I think this is the problem.
Downward
with
dog.
yoga. Yoga sometimes can push all the rage down. And then it grows like plants, right?
Interesting.
So this is what happened. So on May 11th, the girl, like she deleted all this kind of stuff and she went away. The girl who was, I guess, like this is the thing, right? Again, dudes. Colin Strickland, I'm saying never went ahead and told Mariah Wilson that his girlfriend, his current girlfriend, was like off the rails upset about this type of thing. Right?
I'd give a heads up on that one.
I'd say that, but it seems like he didn't because Colin and Mariah, they went out for an extremely platonic swimming, like out afternoon. Do people do this? I can't even imagine going.
A platonic swimming
I don't
afternoon
know.
with just someone you've already hooked up with.
Sure.
I don't know. I mean, I guess I know it's possible. But
I know it's possible.
Okay.
So is a four-headed chicken.
Yeah, so is not eating too much as an all-you-can-eat buffet. It's possible, but you're just gonna do it. It's there, and you know.
Then, of course, he comes back, and she was like, "Pastor, where you been? What would you do? What was your plan today?" And it's like, and then he probably did went out with my best bud, Mariah.
Right.
We're just like super friendly buds. Just like doing that thing.
Doing bud
normal
stuff.
But honestly, it is normal. They're allowed to if they set it up.
Absolutely, of course.
And they were supposed to be preparing for an upcoming race. And apparently, that's when Caitlin Armstrong pulled up that night to her while she was in her car. She waited. She had been stalking her, found out where she lived, got all her information, pulled up to Mariah while she was sitting in her car, and she went back up.
Oh,
and
no.
fucking shot her up. Then, immediately, 2 days later,
That's
Caitlin
horrible.
Armstrong went and sold her Jeep that she drove up in for $12,200. She went through a circuitous way of traveling around, right? She went from Austin to Houston to LaGuardia. She then got I don't know how she got a fraudulent
So did she
passport.
like read a book on like how to be suspicious while traveling?
She did a full Gone Girl. She somehow got a hold of a passport that wasn't like a deep fake one. It just looked like her. Like it
Which
just
is
looked like
not
brown-haired chick.
It's a dangerous game to play if you're messing around with fake passports.
She's already a fucking murderer. She's like went completely insane. So she went down, she left the country, she went down to Costa Rica, and she had been in Costa Rica for fucking 2 months, right? Wow. She had already set up shop in a yoga studio in Costa Rica.
She was just moving on.
Dude. She was just setting up a whole new life. Just like, whoo, well, that's over with, and just like wanted to just like do a redo.
Yeah, do a little redo. Unfortunately for Wilson, she doesn't have the chance to do a redo. She was in town. The victim was in town to compete in Gravel Locos, which is a crazy gravel race. It's a 150-mile race through Texas. Oh, that's so sad. She was found bleeding and unconscious with multiple gunshot wounds inside of the residence. Oh
Yeah,
my
man.
God,
No,
that's
it's very
so
scary.
sad.
But it's really sad and it's really scary, and it just also I think a lot of it comes out of I think that there's a lack of communication.